Well, hello, and welcome back. I've been away for a while, but I'm back to create more videos, so I hope you enjoyed this one. So today's topic is a rule-based ETF strategy for IRA accounts. So let me just dive right into it. Okay. Now, I want to do a short disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, so whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt and use at your own risk, basically. I'm trading this way, but it doesn't mean that you have to trade it this way. Okay. Now, here's the idea that came up for me when I decided to create this simple system. Why can't we get into an ETF, which is the winning on a shorter run? Doesn't mean it's a short run. Doesn't mean just today, or it's a little bit longer than that, but still on a shorter run. And then can we check it every month or two if we still need to be in this ETF or ETFs? And then I decided, okay, let me just choose the 3 index ETFs for this exercise. SPY, which is S&P 500, IWM, which is the Russell 2000 ETF, QQQ, which is Nasdaq 100. Because I love ETFs, index ETFs. They represent the market quite well. The S&P 500 is the well-known S&P 500 stocks. The ETF. So everyone kind of knows this one. But Nasdaq 100 is a technology stock, and it really is outperforming the S&P 500 in the long run. But it has more volatility, especially when something is not going well with the technology stocks out there. But because of the technology stocks, usually that performs much nicer than S&P 500. And IWM is the Russell 2000, which is small cap, actually micro caps, mostly micro cap stocks by capitalization of the stock. So it gives me the more diversity of which stocks I'm working with. And then I decided, okay, because the idea is to work with this in the IRA account. And a lot of times when there is a bear market, then gold can step in, or TLT, the bond, can step in, or the energy will step in when there is inflation, as an example. So that's the reason why I have gold, TLT, and XLE in this mix. So only 6 ETFs total, by the way. Oh, yeah, 6. Okay, now here's the system. The system is very simple. Check if our candidate has not lost money in the last rolling year. So why rolling? It means that right now it's September to September 3rd. So whatever was back in September 3rd a year ago till now, did it lose money or not lose money? Basically, that's pretty much it. That's the answer. So on a 1-year rolling window, did it make money or lose money? If it didn't lose any money, at least it made zero, so break even, or made money, that's our candidate. So out of those candidates, out of the 6 candidates that way, we will see which one has the highest return in the last 3 months. That's what I meant about the shorter term. So whichever one gave the best return in 3 months, that's my candidate. And we will get into 2 positions at any given moment. If we are sitting in that same position, basically, or already sitting in positions, we are not going to get in anywhere. But otherwise, we're going to get into 2 positions that way. So out of the 6 candidates, we'll choose only the first 2 if we don't have anything yet in the market, and then we'll get into these 2 positions as market unopened as soon as we have our candidates for the time, and we are good to go. Now, the important part, how to get out. Because this is how to get in. It's very simple to get in. To get out, it's simple as well. We have a protective virtual stop. So what does it mean, stop loss? 10%. It means that we're not going to have a standing stop loss order, because it's actually, I checked it, it will degrade your system performance by a lot. So instead of doing this, we will have a virtual stop, meaning that when the market closed the next day in the morning, we can check, did we hit our stop, the 10%, or did not? If we hit our stop, the virtual stop, then we'll get out as market on close that same day. Otherwise, we will just stay put. And we'll stay put until the 2 rolling month. It's exactly 42 trading days. So as a rolling window, you can literally count how many 42 days happen to be trading. So as an example, when we had a holiday on Labor Day, that's not a trading day, so that's not counting. But 42 rolling days. There's no magic number. It will work even with different days, but I tested it with 42 trading days, and it's pretty nice for that particular rolling window. It's a 2 rolling month. And once we have the next list of candidates with the highest ranked the candidate count, remember I was said, okay, the first 2, which are the highest in terms of the return over the 3 months. So those are the ones where we'll see, are these 2 are still the same that we already have the open positions? And if they are, then we keep them as is. If not, we will kick 1 out or 2 out if they're different. And then we will replace with a new one, with the new candidates. That's what's called rotation in action, basically. And this type of system, it's very simple, but ask questions if you don't understand later through the email to me. But otherwise, that's very simple system. It's a rotation system. Now, here's the performance of this. It gives, the red line is the S&P 500. And the yellowish brownish line is the performance of the system. So this is where it was rotating. Every 2 rolling months, as I said, sometimes it can stay in the trade for a long time. As an example, on average, it was staying 85 trading days. So on average, it actually stays longer than 2 months. So it doesn't mean that every 2 months it will kick out the candidates and replace them with something new. No, it may possibly sit in there. So it only generated 214 trades since 2007. I cannot go further, like more in history, just because a lot of the ETF didn't exist before 2007. I mean, SPY and QQQ existed, and IW I think too, but I don't remember if gold existed, or basically not every single ETF existed before that time. So that's why I'm testing from 2007 to make sure that I account for the biggest crash of the 2008. It's not as big as the crash of 2000, but again, I don't have the ETFs during that time to test. So that's the reason why I'm testing this. But it has the COVID time, it has the 2022 crash, it has even the 2025, and you can see it does sometimes work nicely against the tide. The tide goes down, but this one goes up. Same thing in COVID. In the COVID time, during the COVID time, the SPY went down, the S&P 500 went down by 34%, around 34%. You can see that this thing went down only less than 20%. Okay. During the 2022, again, the market went down 25%, but you can see that this one is pushing out. And what was pushing it? As an example, in this particular case in 2022, it was XLE, the energy. And the energy was railing up while the market was going down. So that's the beauty of this particular system. And if I show you the yearly performance, so you can see that on a yearly, it doesn't mean that it always outperforms the market, but it can outperform the market in some bad times. As an example, 2022 outperformed it. Even in 2020 outperformed it. 2008 outperformed it a lot. Even 2011 outperformed it by a lot, as you can see. So it doesn't mean that it outperforms all the time. That is why you need to use this particular system in combination with other systems that you have in your suite of systems for your IRA account. But that's just one of these good systems. And on the monthly side, you can see again that it lost only in February of this year, but in March, April, May, June, July, August, it made money. I mean, right now it only lost a little bit of 0.7 in September, but when only September 3rd at the moment, at the time recording this video. But as I said, but it doesn't mean that it always outperforms the market. Like 2024 really did not outperform the market all that much. 2023 as well didn't outperform it. But 2022, not even close, right? Compared to market. Market did minus 19%. That's the benchmark. But that system would have made 22%. That's the reason why you need to have a system like that in your portfolio of lots of systems. Okay. Here is the example of what would it be in right this moment. It would have been in these 2 positions, these 2 candidates that turned out to be good candidates. As an example, it got in June into QQQ and still stays with the QQQ, which means that every 2 months as it refreshes, it's still a valid position to be in, right? IWM got in August 13th right now, right? Before that, it was in gold, I think. Yeah, see, August 12th was gold, so it got in August 13th, got into IWM, so it kicked out gold and replaced it with IWM because it was still staying in QQQ at the time. So that's how it rotates and processes. But just to show you again one more thing that people don't notice and don't understand, that the market has this volatility, this spikes, this red spikes, this is the volatility, which means that it has this bipolar behavior and goes up and goes down, goes up, goes down. This is what the volatility is. And this particular system has much slower volatility. It basically not as volatile as the market is. So you can see how the green line doesn't go as spiky per se in terms of volatility as the market does. So it will be much easier to trade that type of a system versus just holding the index by itself. And on top of it, this is the candidate count. You can see that as you're checking things, it doesn't mean that you always have all 6 available for you. So right now we are only up to 3 candidates in the moment. And but some month you have 0 candidates, like over here. I think that was probably April of 2025. Sometimes you get 5, sometimes you get all 6 candidates to be eligible, but that's rare, as you can see. So here's the short conclusion. It's a simple system. Yes, it is a simple system, even though it sounds complicated. In reality, it's very simple. Can it be used in IRA? Yes, it can. It's a long-only approach, so you can easily use an IRA account. It has a nice non-correlated times in bear market. So as I was showing, non-correlated means that it's not going in the same direction as the general market does. So from that perspective, it's a very nice system. And if you have questions, you can write at info@tradingsystems.com, email. It's our questions and answers kind of inbox. Both Lawrence and I were monitoring it. And if you want to check out more, check out our tradingsystems.com website. And if you really want to talk about things like this system or other systems, book a call, go to our tradingsystems.com website, and you can apply for the elite mentoring. It doesn't mean that you will go into the elite mentoring, but you can just apply so we can get on a call and we can talk about what your situation is. Otherwise, you can also check us out on Amazon. And we have 4 books right now, and I am in the process of writing my second book. It's going to take some time, unfortunately, because it takes time to publish things. So we'll be finishing my second book as well, and we'll have 5 books, but right now it's 4 books. You can go to Amazon and check this out. So otherwise, see you till next time, and talk to you in the next video.